Hi, it's Patrick here from Strata, Ireland. I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to a range of solid fuel boilers. This one in particular is the ST5 fully manual boiler, which is computer controlled. Ideal for any size of house, from small dwelling through to large domestic buildings, such as residential complexes, right through to large warehouses for business use. This model here is the ST8, which is the high level model, fully automatic with manual option. As you can see, your upper compartment is for burning logs, blocks, turf, sticks, whatever you desire. Lower compartment consists of your heat pot, which is fed by your auger, which, as you can see, the silo on the side that will contain the fuel. And your lower door is for ash removal. The model itself is fully computer controlled, as is all of our models, which in turn gives a higher efficiency than many of our competitors. As you can see, the internals of this boiler are completely cast iron throughout, which in turn gives a much higher heat efficiency. You have the lower door, which, as I already stated, gives you the manual light option. Your grate itself is also full of water. Your upper lid opens up for ease of cleaning. And that in turn takes you right down to your fuel pot. As you can see, this is the silo which will hold the fuel that you're burning within your boiler. The maximum size of granulation you can put through this silo is 25mm, which is quite big. You can use mixtures when dry of slack and singles. This is just a brief look into the silo. What you see there are your cleaning equipment that does come as standard with all of our boilers. Again, with the manual option boiler, it comes in generally the exact same standard as your fully automatic boiler without the silo. As you can see, once your guard is lifted, you have access to your baffles, which in turn are full of water. Your walls, internal walls, all water, and your grate. What I'll do now is actually show you how one of these boilers actually operate in the home working environment. Hello, just like to give you a brief introduction to a range of solid fuel boilers. This model in particular is one that has been installed on a customer's home in County Tyrone. The model itself is the ST8, fully automatic with manual option. What I'll do here now is just give you a brief insight into the main components to this boiler. To begin with, I'm just going to give you a brief explanation of the main heartbeat of the machine, which is the clock. Generally, the clock is a computer controlled panel that generally regulates the whole machine, controls everything from the motor screw to the motor itself, right through to the fan that is regulating the temperature in the boiler. The beauty of this is that it actually controls your temperature throughout, so you have options such as setting your temperature to 55 degrees or 65 degrees or 60 degrees, whichever is suitable. What you'll have, as you can see with this model here now, is I've got the temperature set to 55. The noise you hear in the background is the actual boiler raising the temperature to 55. What it may do is may raise to 56, 57, and what it'll do, the computer will then tell the boiler to cut out, as it has done now, to preserve fuel, so there is no wastage to the fuel that the boiler is actually using at the present minute. This is effectively the engine room of the boiler. This itself is the motor, which in turn drives the feeder screw, or as you'll commonly hear it called, the auger. Plenty of safety features on this motor here to safeguard wear and tear. Very simply in the form of a shear bolt. So if in the instance that the auger does come under pressure and does put the motor under strain, instead of straining the motor, the shear bolt will actually snap, and it's only a case of replacing that shear bolt with the additional bolts that have been supplied with the boiler. Just wanted to give you a brief lowdown on what the fuel pot does look like when in operation. It's at the present minute it is on fan assist, which in turn is fanning the flames to generate the heat that you do require to heat your home. It is quite an intense heat. It's not recommended to leave your door open during this process, but I'm just doing so to give you a brief idea into what this will look like.